My mom likes to keep all the Polish pottery that breaks so that she can do cool things with it. Usually she makes pots, but today we're going to make some trays and I'm going to cover them with epoxy resin. So she put these down on these trays, glued them down, and then I did a first pour of epoxy, only pouring enough to cover the tallest pieces of pottery. Well, I went back and there were some bubbles, especially this bubble on the edge of this plate in the center of the round one, which made me so mad. So all of the internet said that you can sand epoxy resin and then pour new epoxy resin on top of it and it will still look perfect and beautiful and done. So that's what I did. I took my little sander, I sanded down as far as I could with the bubbles that were more on the surface. The ones that were deeper, it just wasn't going to happen. So I just did the ones on the surface, and then I used a toothpick to pick out all of the residue, and then I used denatured alcohol to get all of the rest of the residue off. I will say the long skinny tray was more terrifying than the round tray because I ended up needing to sand off a lot more on the long skinny tray and the epoxy was so much more cloudy. And so I was really worried that when I poured that it was going to look terrible because yes, the internet says it's going to look fine, but I haven't done it yet. I don't know that for sure. So once the trays were all prepped for another pour, and then I poured on the trays, and thankfully they looked really nice. They were not cloudy after the second pour of epoxy. And I did as thin of a pour as I possibly could to make sure it was still cure because I don't really need a lot of height on this epoxy because I still wanted some space left on the tray. And after a week of curing in my workshop, this is what they look like. Absolutely love them. My mom is obsessed. I did get a heat gun and I will be doing a lot more of these. So keep an eye out for that. You can find the full tutorial for this on my blog, breezingthrough.com, and on YouTube.